Day 1000 of the Siege of Seattle.
The Muslim community demands an end to the army's occupation of mosques.
The Homeland Security Bill is ratified. After 8 years, British borders will remain closed. The deportation of illegal immigrants will continue. Good morning. Our lead story.
The world was stunned today by the death of Diego Ricardo, the youngest person on the planet. Baby Diego was stabbed outside a bar in Buenos Aires after refusing to sign an autograph.
Witnesses at the scene say that Diego spat in the face of a fan who asked for an autograph. He was killed in the ensuing brawl. The fan was later beaten to death by the angry crowd.
In the first shot of Alfonso Cuarón's 2006 dystopian masterpiece Children of Men, we find our main character Theo, portrayed by Clive Owen, pushing his way through a group of people in a coffee shop to buy a coffee. We can tell from the opening seconds that the setting will be an integral part of this story. Mise-en-Scène directly translates to setting the stage, and we use it when discussing physical things in frame, such as lighting, props, set dressing, costumes, background, and even sometimes sound, because it adds to the setting. And really, anything you can capture on screen. Even this good boy, oh look at him! From the very start, Cuarón tells us how we're going to consume this story. We get a 24-second shot of Theo making his way in. Then we get a 14-second shot of some questionable CGI. It's okay, what's on the screen is supposed to distract us from the odd feathering around the bezel there. Then we get a 56-second oneer, where the camera seems to get distracted by the mise-en-scene. Before title card. So what did we learn from this opening scene? Well, we know that Cuarón wants us in the scene. This camera is always in someone's hands, and the camera operator gets distracted by the mise-en-scene constantly. He wants us to feel like we're there, so he makes it feel almost like a documentary. The shots are long, which both creates tension and keeps us firmly grounded in the setting, while the camera does tend to get distracted and point out certain aspects of the mise-en-scene for us. This is just to prepare us and later on remind us that what's happening around Theo is also important. Now, this film was a masterclass in using mise-en-scene to tell a story. I could make a video 4 times longer than this 104-minute movie if I were to go into all the incredible detail that's included here. There are intertexts of intertexts.
100 years from now, there won't be one sad fuck to look at any of this. What keeps you going?
And references of references.
Couldn't save La Pietà.
So I'll just go over a few more things that the mise-en-scene does for the film. We're told that the film takes place in the near future, in 2027, but to really hit this home, we're shown small technological advances, such as these translucent signs, these fancy little computer monitors, and whatever the heck this thing is. The only hint as to why Janice appears to be in a catatonic state is shown one time, for mere seconds, as the camera pans over pictures and trophies from Jasper and Janice's life as a political cartoonist and photojournalist. I must have looked away when I first watched this, because I thought that it just was never addressed. In this particular one shot, we see a man painting over graffiti, riot police guarding something, which is revealed to be refugees in cages. The camera gets distracted again, and needs to take a look around. And we're shown that people waiting outside the cages are likely looking for loved ones, or just looking on at the horror. The camera pans up, and we're shown that people are just throwing bags of garbage from their windows. Or at least that was my first thought. But the implication that this is happening from pretty much every floor at once shows that this building was raided and these immigrants were torn from their homes, here in this building. What's being tossed from these windows are their belongings, and they'll likely never see them again. We pan over a memorial for baby Diego, the last person born, showing us that many people still hold on to hope. There was love and positivity. People cared about him. I'll let you decide if you feel that that is misplaced. When Theo is kidnapped by Julian and the fishes, Julian and the Fishes. That's what I'm going to call my stoner rock band. We're brought to a room that could have been just a cold, dark basement, but Quaron purposely plasters the wall with newspapers. This room gives us an immense amount of information. Armageddon begins, Russia detonates nuclear bomb, Kazakhstan annihilated, test tube Daisy dies, chaos in refugee camps, government forced to admit Britain is unable to cope with more Z violence. I'm not sure what Z is. It could also say Zeo, it's kind of hard to see. FA Cup cancelled, nuclear fallout, millions of people died in seconds, fertility drug kills. Alright, this is about 17 minutes in, and it's going to be the last point I make before this gets too long. This billboard reads, "Avoiding fertility tests is a crime." So, this is an example of how the world's gone fascist. But it also shows just how desperate things are. Not only is being tested mandatory, it's a crime if you don't. Anyway, this was made for an assignment for school, and I'm gonna keep it around 5 minutes, so I'm gonna head out, but this movie really is a 10 out of 10, even if some CGI is a little bit janky, so I recommend giving it a rewatch if you've seen it already. It honestly keeps getting better. Plus, look at all the good puppers!
He has taken away his most precious gift.
So this video was made for school. I did it across 2 days, and the topic, movie, and length were set for me. I will be doing, I think, 7 more of these, 1 a week, with a week off here and there. Oh, and the sweet beans! After this semester, I'll probably continue doing them, but I'll give myself more time. Film something I absolutely love, so it will be a pleasure to do them. But this is primarily a writing channel, so I'll be doing writing update videos as well as other writing related videos. And hell, I'll likely make videos on whatever else I want to as well. Thanks for watching.
Please keep using that old photo of you in the posters. Doesn't do you justice.
What do the police know about justice?